We live, baby. It is 3:40 in the morning. That's a 7. That's good. So today's the 9th, and it's 3:40 in the morning. So 3 plus 4 is 7. And if today's the 9th, 9 plus 7 is 16, which equals the 7. So numerology helped me not to be mad at the time, because it is freaking early. Don't worry, Jason. You've been eating all day. I have not eaten today. Yes. Before we go into today's build, I'm going to talk about these two. I'm talking to the live, y'all, because y'all have already had this workshop. I've spent a lot of time with y'all. So this product right here, I'm just letting all y'all know I'm showing the live presentation. This is not a normal product. A lot of people who are healing, a lot of people in the world today, everything comes from a seed, right? Because a lot of these are herbs. A lot of these remedies come from a seed. Well, a lot of help comes from a seed, or the first person to do it, or a trend center, right? So I know the particular name. We're going to be smart about this, and I know y'all going to understand, but I'll say 19 Keys of Blue Pill and 19 Keys, who are selling this product. But the Smart Moss, we're going to call it Smart Moss instead of, just to keep the algorithm clear. I've noticed that. So I'm going to talk about my journey with Smart Moss, and I'm going to talk about my journey with Gold Water so far. But again, this could be my testimonials, or I can give you pieces of their speeches to show you what made me even want to do that. Because what I'm doing is, whoever wants to take this journey with me, this is going to be the part of Sunday bars. We calling this the health bars, or healthy bars, right? The health bar is where we talking about all things nutrition, all things herbal, all things whatever, right? And again, this might be too early for people, even though I gave it time. It still might be too early with people to where they be like, no, that's crazy. Give me some NyQuil and some Tylenol. So, whatever. Hopefully, y'all turn this off. If y'all watch this in the future, just turn it off. Okay? So, what I'm going to be talking about with them, just catching y'all up to speed, is Gold Water and Smart Moss. Inbox me or email me if you want to take this journey with me. But I don't sell anything until I go through it first. Cool? Boom. Y'all good in here? Let me go to the presentation. Okay, here we go. Okay, so again, today's October 9th. And I'm talking about my new Gold Water and Smart Moss journey. My new Gold Water and my new Smart Moss journey. All right, so today's show intentions is to wake up all compatible listeners and viewers. This is part 1. We talked about this. This is part 1 of the Health Bar series. If you're interested in upgrading, enhancing, or increasing your personal health strategies, I said your health strategies, because again, I am coming up with non-argumentative language. Your personal health strategies, whatever that means to you. Because whatever you tell me that means to you, I'll understand what you heard. Inbox me, email me, or call me after you hear this lecture. And let's work. Jason, I don't got your inbox or email. And well, you ain't going to be able to inbox me or email me. Here we go. Number 1, Smart Moss. It's a herbal supplement. All right. Let's see what it includes. Any of them big words? Well, nootropics, sea moss, CBD, lion's mane, and gold. I know. I could pronounce all of the ingredients. I know. This is for your brain. This is for your immunity. This is for your health. It stimulates focus. Imagine being able to focus better. Imagine having a better memory. Imagine having a better immune system. Now, Jason, you going to speak from experience? Yeah, we're going to get to that point. Now, Use smart moss as a dietary supplement. Okay? Adults should take 2 vegetarian capsules daily with a meal. I should take it by itself. Take it with a meal. Now, disclaimer, if you're pregnant or nurturing mothers, children under the age of 18, and individuals with known medical conditions, you should consult the best physician, not just a physician. Consult the best physician before using this. Here we go. Or any other supplement. Do not use this if the safety seal is damaged or missing, and store in a cool and dry place. From a lot of the reviews I've seen, I didn't see a lot of that information on storage and stuff like that. But I just naturally knew. I was like, nah, I need to put this in a cool and dry place. So I put it in the cabinet during my research of what it's doing for my personal testimony. Now this CMOS, Smart Moss info, check out what this does. Because again, I'm just going to review products. And with this Smart Moss, it deals with nerve regeneration, increased cognitive focus or cognition focus, memory improves, brain health and protection. So I just said brain health. And why do you wax your cars? You're trying to keep it protected. You're trying to keep it looking like that for a longer time. Brain health and protection. Potential relief. The only reason why they're saying the guaranteed relief, everybody's different. Potential relief from anxiety and depression. Jason, in the pill, I promise you, and I'm going to tell you why. I've been going through a lot of stuff to get this out, and I need to get this information out. Pharmaceutically, you think God didn't create a herb that helps with depression and anxiety? You think the cure for only cure, I'm not saying it's not a cure, but the only cure is talking to somebody with a degree to get rid of your anxiety and depression? God probably created something too. So again, potential relief, because again, you can get sued by saying this, I guarantee you're going to get over losing all your money at the casino if you just take this pill. No, you going to still feel bad. So potential relief from anxiety and depression. And I got to take a drink from my daughter, because when she sees these, she's going to be like, where's my cup? She's literally not going to care about nothing I'm saying until she sees this, which is a commercial. Look. And that's for you, Jason. Okay. It's an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant, immune boosting. And we all know sea moss alone contains 92 minerals that the body needs to regenerate and function at a peak levels. But here, check this out. We're talking about the ingredients. Lion's mane supports brain health, stomach ailments, and nerve damage. My nerves are already damaged. And nerve damage. And has been used for centuries in Japan. Because again, who else be using it? And used centuries, it's been used for centuries in Japan. Now, these statements haven't been evaluated by the FDA because God's statements, God didn't focus on statements from the FDA. Not saying that we are above, and when I say we, I'm just saying companies in general. There's a lot of companies who have that information. I'm just reading it to you just for the people who might get this and don't like to read. I'm just telling you what's already on the bottle. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All right? We'll get back to Smart Moss. Kaleido Gold Water, or Gold Water. Now, you all have the power within. And I'm just telling you the stuff that's on the bottles and on the information. You have all the power from within waiting for you to tap in. Now, before Nike Keys start saying that, I'm not going to lie, I'm not hating on nobody else, but I ain't hear a lot of people say that until Nike Keys start saying it. So that's why I repeated it on the bottle that he was saying, because he literally been saying that. And again, I respect a lot of the work that him and Blue Pill doing. So this is an honor to even talk about what this is doing for me and sharing the information, what it can do for, possibly do for you. Because you shouldn't guarantee stuff to different bodies of people. Now, this is an all-natural mineral manufactured by a proprietary process which starts with dot, write this down if you got it, dot 9999. That's 4. So it's manufactured with a proprietary process which starts with dot 999 pure gold and produces very small gold particles, which are just several times the diameter of gold atoms themselves. So we talking about gold atoms. So we talking about some small stuff. But last time I checked, a cold can dang near kill you. How big is your cold, sir? How big is your cold, ma'am? So don't think this stuff is so small. We talking about the building blocks that can help keep you where you need to go. They're small things. Kind of like conversations or kind of like getting along with people. It's the small things that really matter. So these particles remain suspended in pure water. We're going to talk about the water here in a little bit. But these particles remain suspended in pure water. And this product is a true colloidal gold because the gold content is contained entirely in the particles. So highly pure purity gold has, again, take out your pens and papers, 0.99949. Beyond four nines is meaningless. So we'll stop at 4. So the smallest gold nanoparticles, whose diameter typically measured to 3.2 nm. Okay? So this is made using the highest purity sterile, regnant, graded, or grade deionized water. All right? So concentration, 20 ppms minimum of gold particles. Does not contain gold ions. We're going to be drinking gold. Stop thinking like that. 20 ppms minimum of gold particles does not contain gold ions. Highest particle surface area of any colloidal gold product available. I wrote that and I mean that. Because again, I'm going to tell you about my testimonial here in a little bit. But again, so many people will be like, I just got to hear information. I can't even listen to it because I think I'm going to be drinking gold and I should be wearing it around my neck. Gold increases. This is the fun part. Because I was like, man, get out of here. Y'all just try to sell this placebo. Talk about this increases lucid dreaming. I'm like, all right, you got me one time. Let me get it. It increases. Watch this. I'm trying to lucid dream twice. I did it once. I'm trying to do it twice. Increases lucid dreaming. I'm like, all right, let me check it out. It said pineal function, balances hormones, hand-eye coordination. So hopefully I don't drop this. That would mess up hand-eye coordination. Look, let me stop. Mental acuity, boost energy. Look, I'm going to put this down so I don't drop it. Boost energy. Increases, this is the part y'all need to hear me with, increases electrical conductivity in the body. I have a hard time connecting with people. Increases electrical conductivity in the body. Take 1 to 2 full droppers in the morning or at night before eating. I'm probably going to eat something tonight. Now, some people let it sit under their tongue for 30 seconds, but that will be weird now because I'm speaking to people. So I usually let it sit under my tongue for 30 seconds and then I swallow it. But, Jason, you going to talk about your dreams right now? Nope, I'm almost there. All the health conscious people, let me get some nutritional facts. Well, it has 0 calories, 0 total fat, 0 saturated fat, 0 trans fat, 0 cholesterol, 0 sodium, 0 total carbohydrates, and 0 sugars. Man, this is boring, man. Talk about some stuff that's going to make me want to hear. I got something for you too, you impatient people. Now, did you know that prehistoric people needed or used to mine gold, not only for jewelry purposes, but for the medicinal purposes? Many people think gold is already as it is, like it comes like ready. There's a process to get gold in the state that you know it as. Now, the origins of gold. And this origins of gold is coming from the information of my big brother Blue Pill and 19 Keys. And 19 Keys and Blue Pill. Okay? So the origins of gold. Gold forms from a collision. According to 19 Keys, according to science, gold forms from a collision of neutron stars. Yeah, do you literally just pay attention to neutron stars? Gold forms from a collision of neutron stars, and a mineral is formed from the collision. So when it collides and comes to Earth, a mineral is formed. Now, we have a limited amount of gold on the Earth because those stars only release a certain amount to the Earth, which means that according to our cosmic blueprints, humans are born with 0.02% of gold within our bodies. And let me break this down again. We're going to talk about how it's a superconductor and how you can get into that telepathic energy a lot better versus, that's crazy you called. I was just thinking about you. What a coincidence. No, that's an ability. You just tap. That's like your computer being like, oh my God, I'm logged onto the internet. What a coincidence. No, you tapped into Wi-Fi. It wasn't a coincidence. You just don't know how to do it yet. So scientists wanted to know why gold was even in our bodies in the first place. They found that gold is in us to electrify the body. Shout out to the people that eat Twinkies and dumb food. It electrifies our nerve endings. Shout out to everybody with nerve endings. Man, he talking about some stupid stuff. Shout out to the people with nerve endings. So again, it electrifies our nerve ending and circulatory the circuitry. There we go, the circuitry in the body. So it electrifies our nerve endings and the circuitry in the body. And it's an inflammatory properties. So because inflammation is not your friend, why are y'all being friends with the inflammation? What do you mean? I'm not trying to be everybody. I got inflammation here. Inflammation is not your friend. So increase the amount of gold in your body makes you more electrified. Ancient people's food was way more organic than the so-called foods of today. The foods that they ate had light from the sun in it, and it was more electrical. Human bodies absorb better due to being more electrical. Now, again, in today's times, our bodies tend to be more rusty due to the fact that many of our foods have been over chemicalized and our bodies are under mineralized, and many of the foods we ingest do not form with the sun in it. It was made at this factory, and I know it was made at this factory. It's like comparing the rusty, hard pipes of Flint, Michigan at the worst times of the water crisis with the new water pipes of Dubai when it was brand new. Different pipings, right? Now, the piping in our bodies, we are not the same conductors. Many people believe that ancient aliens helped humans back then, like with the pyramids. And guess what? It was an alien. It was an alien mind, which is something that you might think is foreign if you have never seen or experienced it. Light carries information and light communicates with light. Now, the mind can manipulate light when decalcified. Ingesting gold can increase your IQ by electrifying your body, which directly affects your hippocampus area of your brain. This is not my opinion. The hippocampus area of your brain. Now, the definition of the hippocampus, because again, most people don't know what the hippocampus area of the brain is. It's a complex brain structure embedded deep into the temporal lobe and it has a major role, watch this, in learning and memory. It's like a plastic and vulnerable structure that gets damaged by a variety of stimuli. Shout out to your phones and scrolling. Studies have shown that it gets affected in a variety of neurological and psychiatric disorders. Brother 19 Keys said, after 25 years of age, the way you learn changes, which goes against the saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. They actually found out that you have to learn a new way after 25 years of age. Shout out to neuroplasticity. Because again, I could be lying. So look up neuroplasticity for all the argumentative responses. So minerals over chemicals. Minerals over chemicals. This product actually helps me sleep, which allows my brain to properly process what I learned that day. There are many people that read thousands of books and meet thousands of people, but can't pull that same info to the prefrontal cortex of their brains to actually utilize the information. Excuse me, what's your name again? And again, this is 19 Keys and Blue Pill and the information on here. I'm only analyzing it and then integrating my stories. Because I wait a little while, but I like the way this product is working. When you get proper sleep and wake up well rested, your brain is no longer foggy. Brother 19 Keys said again, why do people wake up and their brain is still foggy? Isn't that why you went to sleep? So you can wake up and be clear? So now that you wake up and drink coffee to trick your body into feeling more refreshed and energetic. And again, listening to people who tell you the lie of not sleeping properly, don't do that. And if you listen to this horrible advice, you will take yourself out of the circadian rhythm. No, Jason, you just talking crazy to make me feel a certain way. Just look up circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is the physical, mental, and behavior changes that follow a 24-hour cycle. These natural cycles, or these natural processes, respond primarily to money, to light. These natural processes respond primarily to light and dark and affect the most living things. So to light and the dark and to affect most of the living things. So this light includes animals, plants, and microbes. Have you ever seen a plant stand up when the light comes out? Animals come out and do their thing when the light comes on. And so do microbes. And so should humans. I make my room super dark. Okay, never make your room counterfeit dark. Wake up with the sun, which is sending information to the body to let the body know what time it really is. That's your problem. A lot of people don't know what time it really is. It's dark everywhere because you don't know what time it really is. Okay. When you do that and let the sun tell you what time it really is, it regulates your biological rhythm. Your moves can change and get better. You can be more of a human. And again, because you know what time it really is. Sometimes you doing things at the wrong time and getting the wrong result because you don't know what time it is. Caffeine gives the body a false sense of what electric stimulation is, or of that electric stimulation. Brother 19 Keys said again, he said about coffee, he said it gives you a spike in brain activity. So you got this brain spike, but now you're driven to produce that feeling in real life. So you got that brain feeling and you got that in real life. Now again, you about to go produce. I'm about to go to work. I'm about to go type this email. I'm about to go do this. But when the brain is already stimulated and your body is already electrical, then the caffeine The caffeine won't excite your brain because the activity is already high. So therefore, what it tends to do is gradually kill your so-called normal dependency on the caffeine, because it no longer is exciting, and driving you to produce that action. I can't feel nothing. So when you do drink the caffeine again, it won't do nothing for you because your mind is already clear, according to many testimonials and mine. And you can actually bring yourself down by drinking the coffee to get that high. You could actually be too high to where the coffee brings you down, trying to get high. According to this science. Now, did you know that the 19th century, because again, Jason, you black, and that look like a black shirt you wearing, and you might be too black. You ain't got no suit and tie on. Okay, let's see what white people say about, and Caucasians say about gold. Now, did you know in the 19th century in the UK and throughout London, they used to use gold to curb alcoholism? I got to get rid of alcoholism. Did you know that in 19th century in the UK and throughout London, they used to use gold to do what? To wear around their neck to curb alcoholism. You didn't cure it. Man, get your ungrateful butt out of here. To curb alcoholism. To break its dependency. Other people admitted to gold curbing their nicotine dependencies as well. I'm trying to get off cigarettes. Stop trying to get off cigarettes and curb or get rid of the dependency. Smoke cigarettes. Smoke, drink till you're married. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on the dependency. So when you drink it, I ain't telling you to drink it. All right, I'm about to start drinking tea because the coffee or alcohol does nothing for you. Gold water is not advertised to do that, though. You know why it would be stupid to advertise it like that? Because everybody's body is different. Brother 19 Keys said again, when you drink cold water, you are supposed to feel it go down your intestines. But the lining of many people's intestines are filled with so much gunk and mess, junk and chemicals from foods, that you won't even be able to feel the cold water in your intestines. That's not good because the water is not touching your intestines. So if the water is not touching your intestines, when you take supplements, it means that you have an absorption problem and your supplements probably won't touch what it needs to be touching. If your body is not clean, you will need to make the gold work for you. No, and all I got to do is take gold. But you will have to work for the gold. If you creating a crazy intestines and be like, man, this stuff don't work, what do you put in your body? I put stuff in my body that makes it impossible to absorb things. And this don't work. Hopefully that stopped that rebuttal. Again, since we talking about pipes, if you don't work for the gold and you think the gold is going to work for you, you got to work for the gold as well to at least give it something to work in. It means you don't have a clean body. So that means you can't properly absorb things. And again, no more rusty pipes. No more rusty pipes, baby. Like I say it like I'm from New York. No more rusty pipes, baby. It's a fact that food chemicals are connected to criminality. Why is there so much crime? Which one y'all want to talk to? Which one y'all want to talk about? Why is there so much crime? Or how do those criminals eat? Which one y'all want to talk about? Why is there so much crime? Let's talk about why there's so much crime. How do those criminals eat? What do those criminals eat? It's a fact that food chemicals are connected to criminality. The cells are starving. The cells are starving, which co-creates cellular inflammation, and the body is in survival mode now. What type of good decisions do you make in survival mode? You are angry and triggered by food, and the hosts don't even know why. My brother Blue Pill said in some prisons, they feed the inmates that can't control themselves. And this is coming from, well, he be all over the place, but I think he's talking about from the East Coast prisons. But again, he's all over the place, so he could be talking about whatever. Prisons all over the place. But he said in some prisons, they feed the inmates that can't control themselves lettuce and celery, and that slows down all the rowdiness. I'm not saying it's all the way perfect, but it does help. Even though you're going through hell and trauma, you're not going to be like, I'm eating lettuce and celery, man. I just want to mark something. You still might want to mark something, but it might be a little cleaner, no pun intended, with lettuce and celery. So they can also feed inmates soft pita, he said, which makes the penis go soft, which slows down the sexual aggression of inmates. And I was like, man, I never thought about it like that. But that just so happens to be another chemical reaction to foods. Brother Rich said, nah, I'm not going to let y'all off the line. I know some scumbag vegans. Can you explain that? I know some vegans. Again, vegans, they eat clean. And he said, I know some scumbag vegans. Can you explain that? And Brother Blue Pill and Brother 19 Keys said, he said, we don't say that the food makes you righteous. If you are an immoral person, they said you are just going to have a great body to do immoral things. So make sure you feed the mind the truth. My truth? No, you're the truth. Because that's another thing. I'm speaking my truth. Your truth don't always work for you. But your truth don't always work for others. But the truth works for all y'all. Because the truth is an electrical signal that excites the brain. Jason, you tripping. Well, how do you feel when you hear new information that's bars? I don't care if it's about remote control cars. I never thought about it like that. Because truth is an electrical signal that excites the brain. Did you know that lion's mane is a nootropic for the brain? And did you know that the ancient Egyptians said if you properly take gold for 9 months, that you can become a god body? Jason, you getting spooky. I was waiting for you to get spooky. Well, a 9-month period or because again, you might need so much science, or 270 days also sounds like a rebirthing time. Huh. Oh, symbology. Okay, I get it. I thought I'll be listening to argue, so I was trying to catch you, brother. Keep it going. I'm like, I know. You was listening to catch me. One part of divine masculinity, we need to be man. Yeah, I'm a man. One part of Jason, there's other parts. One part. Jason, I know 15 other parts. I'm not talking about those parts. One part of divine masculinity is to be able to impregnate a woman. Impregnate the 3D world with the best thoughts of your mind. Go be fruitful and multiply. No, I was talking about sex. Okay. If a man can't manifest his thoughts into the 3D world, then he has a balance issue somewhere in his life. And again, this is 19 Keys and Blue Pill breakdown. But again, my brother Blue Pill said he read an article. Now, check this out. Jason talking about putting gold in his body and whatever. Brother Blue Pill said he read an article in the 1980s. He read this in the 80s that said that the impending dangers of 5G and that gold blocks radiation. This is what we're going through, all this radiation. Y'all better start small and build out, because we already know about electromagnetic cotton and fabric. you better start small and build out, because gold blocks radiation on a cellular level. Shout out to your cells. I'm not talking about your cell phone. Shout out to your cells in your body. And gold definitely is the next big thing in the medical field, with the onslaught of radiation coming to humans from 5G. Why does gold water have an E in it? GOLDE. Oh, that E stands for, according to the 19 Keys and Blue Pill, the E stands for elixir, energy, and electricity. But they be playing around with bars too, so they probably got like 100 more other E's. Or at least 19. Get it? I promise you. Sometimes you can tell a bad joke to be funny. So don't trip on the bad jokes. Purposeful bad jokes. You are born with that was whack. You were born with a percentage of gold in the body. Now, gold is a heavy metal, which means it's a superconductor and a conductor of electricity. To be more specific. So again, we talking about electricity, and we talking about something that's a conductor of it, and we talking about your body that was already born with a percentage of it. So you're putting more into it, what you was already born with. So the greatest metaphysical muscle is closest to the mind. Mind muscle electrifies the signal to your physical muscles for them to work and grow properly. Brother 19 Keys also said, it's not about the bulkiness of the body, but the strength of the mind. This product focuses on the pineal gland function. So again, everybody's talking about big muscles, but nobody's talking about the mind that makes the muscles big. Does that make sense? Man, you got some big old muscles. What's your workout plan? The mind that made the muscles big is a good start. Why aren't we just meeting in the gym? Because we need to. 19 Keys also said there's a large percentage of people on this planet that don't dream. And that could be in the reality mind or the dream mind. But again, he specifically said the reality mind, because he also said there's even a greater number of people that don't lucid dream. Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit about with my testimonial, because again, I want to be like, well, what is it doing for you? And again, I'm not trying to be a public speaker right now. I'm telling y'all about a product that I'm trying that if y'all want to try with me, we're just testing it out, and I'm just telling you the testimonials. But gold water has actually helped me control my behaviors in my dreams better and remembering them longer. Watch this. When's the last time y'all dreamed? All right, tell me what you did real quick. It's hard. It's kind of hard to remember them longer, right? When you're so-called awake, you should enjoy your awakened life. I'm awake. Enjoy that. But when you're asleep, you should control and enjoy your dream life, because they're both connected to time. And when we spend a great amount of time sleeping throughout our lifetime, you get it? We spend a lot of amount of time sleeping throughout our lifetime. All of this is connected to time, so you might as well control and enjoy it. It's a lot of people, children out here having bad dreams. They can control it. Lucid dreaming is the connection of the awakened 3D mind with the dream mind, which is happening inside of the dream mind and reality mind. So are you playing, let me ask y'all a real question. Are y'all playing around in your imagination? Or are you so-called normal? Because lucid dreaming is great when sleep. Lucid dreaming is great when sleep. And lucid living is even greater when you're so-called awake. The brain is a superconductor. The ancient Egyptians drank gold. Go. Whatever different name you have for the word gold, because again, that's something we can fight over. No, you know they didn't call it gold. This is nothing more than a reintroduction to a substance that you were born with. Even plants pull gold from the soil and the light from the sun. And if we eat more plant-based and electrified our bodies more, it would allow for more higher thoughts of reality, or more thought realities for you and you and you and you. You get a thought reality, you get a thought reality. Looking. Many people can tell you everything there is about technology, and we're in a technology era. But isn't it crazy? They can't tell you vital information about the plants and minerals that save and heal your illnesses. Shout out to 19 Keys again. Because did you know that the hippocampus section of the brain affects mood and learning? And I have personally heard the testimonials of Gold Water stopping headaches in under 60 seconds. And do you truly consistently study the how to heal yourself? Many present day minds aren't. Or they are creating less ideals. So many present day, where's all the new stuff? How does it feel to read something on social media that's new and it takes your mind to something new? Brother 19 Keys said, he also said that you have a thought that comes to your brain, and then you have an ideal, and then you execute. And I say, when you execute, so you're executing, you will receive more access to more ideals now, because the new experiences from your previous execution of the ideal allows the doer to actually do more. So it's like you doing the know and knowing why you doing versus waiting to do until you know. This is part 1 of the Health Bar series. If you're interested, remember, I'm not begging nobody. This is not one of them things like, hey, I'm trying. No. If you're interested, you heard it this time. I'm not going to repeat it. If you're interested in upgrading, enhancing, and increasing your health strategies, inbox me and let's work. All right. So thank y'all for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. Let's stay after for questions. Let me know. Peace and love. Peace and love.